So I'm curious to know what kind of made you decide to go on television with this show. What made you want to make this,
A lot of money.
just being honest here, right?
It doesn't hurt.
There you go.
I liked it that the producer said to me that it's a Lear story,
Okay.
and I've been working on King Lear for the last 9 years. And what I like about that, why I say that, is because I think it's applicable to the story and this character, but also because the arc of the character then will not be simply that he's a bad guy and he gets his
Right.
comeuppance and he doesn't learn anything, and we don't learn anything about ourselves because, of course, we're not like him. No, Lear thinks he's one thing, and he really is not, and he's forgotten because he's the king, that he's also a human being, and he's flawed and has feelings and feels pain and can empathize, and that's what Shakespeare strips him of the outer accoutrement of power and lets him experience what it's like to be an ordinary person.
Yeah.
And that opens his heart up. Unfortunately, it's too late, and that's why it's a tragedy. I think my sense is that this will be.
Yes.
But I think I would like to learn the same way Lear learns, by actually experiencing the pain of other people and by empathizing with somebody that he's forgotten about. Because of course he came from there,
Right.
but he's forgotten where he came from.
Yeah. Well, and it's interesting that you brought up Shakespeare too, because I think that some people have asked, will people want to tune into a show that follows two people having an affair?
Yeah.
Maybe the people who throw around the word likable when it comes to TV characters a lot. But do you think that's going to be important?
No.
Yeah.
Yes, there will be people, but it's about more than, it's an interesting thing. We have a culture which defines marriage as this sacred. People are actually defending it and keeping the word itself and all the benefits of the thing from people, gay people, because it's supposedly this thing. Yet we all know that people are in marriages that are stultifying and in which they are not self-expressed. And I am, because I've been able to do it in my life, I believe in following your heart. I think the mistake comes when the person following their heart will not take responsibility of making sure that the other person who may feel another way, that you are honest and forthcoming and understanding. And that's what I think is always missing, because people are unwilling to do that, not only in marriage, but in business and almost every other avenue. So I think it's more than about I think people, if we do it right, will learn something about why people make that choice.
Okay.
To follow their heart and face the consequences. And when you don't do it right, experience the disaster that comes up, because it is a disaster.
Well, are we going to see, do you think, kind of a reckoning before the end of the season?
Yeah.
There has to be.
That's the drama. The reckoning is the drama.
And I know people have kind of said, in the best way possible, it's got a soapy element. So it almost sounds like a Shakespearean soap opera.
It does. The soap opera only keeps you on the surface.
Right.
It's the plot is important. In Shakespeare, it's not the plot. It's the narrative. It's the story. It's what's underneath the plotting. The events themselves are not important. It's the connective tissue. It's what makes us human. And so if we manage to get below the soap opera and get into the real feelings, then it's no longer soap opera. If it rises to the level of Shakespeare, I'll be very surprised, but it would be great.